Hey guys, welcome to War Reacts. And I know what you're thinking. Great, another old school RuneScape content creator, just what the world needed. Now, hear me out, okay? I'm not gonna sugarcoat any of this shit for you guys. Look, RuneScape is a fucking 20-year-old game that we used to play on dial-up internet in a web browser in our public library, okay? This game is older than shit, and a majority of this game is standing in one spot, clicking on the same tile over and over, okay? And with this in mind, everybody that you see in the Grand Exchange has a fucking auto-clicker installed, okay? None of these people, I wanna say this, none of these people are spending 2, 3, 4, 500 plus hours fletching bows the legitimate way, guys, okay? And if you think they are, you have problems. Now, I'm gonna go out and say that there's a few exceptions, okay? Streamers, people who stream this game and make money doing it, they're not gonna do it because the risk's too high. Anybody who's in these competitions, I'm sure they're under a close watch by Jagex and their fellow players. But you don't need me to tell you that everybody and their mom in this game is auto-clicking. Look at the sheer amount of people who are just getting banned all the time. Look at these high-level accounts that are getting banned for offenses that are much worse than auto-clicking, I might add, like real-world trading and account sharing and things of this nature that are really against the rules. Auto-clicking, everybody's doing it, okay? Now, I just want to say this isn't like an endorsement to go and grab an auto-clicker, but what I'm saying is if you're playing old school RuneScape and you're not auto-clicking because of your moral standing or your inability to cheat in a video game, everybody around you is doing it, and you are the stupidest person in the world if you spent however long it takes, 800 hours to fucking running across rooftops to level your fucking agility in a 20-year-old video game. If you did that the legitimate way, you have some tenacity. I guess that's the compliment I can give to you is, wow, you should probably go work out at a gym. You should probably go do you should grow bonsai trees or something that requires a lot of patience, because surely you are the king of patience. But most of us see that this is an incredible waste of time that can be short-circuited by the implementation of a 2-second script you could write in Python, which is click mouse, time.sleep 2 seconds, click mouse, and it's just repeating on a loop until you tell it to stop, okay? Oh, and just another point, the risk to reward ratio here is incredibly biased towards just doing an auto-clicker. If you have like 4,000, 5,000 hours on your account, you might consider otherwise. But if you have a brand new account, it's way worth the risk to just auto-click like fletching to 99 than to fucking do it yourself. Because you can kind of just roll the dice and be like, okay, I'm gonna auto-click all the way to 99. And if you get banned, you're like, well, oh well, that sucks. But if you don't, then congratulations, you didn't have to sit there for 700 hours clicking on fucking magic short bows and bowstrings, and then clicking on your bank and doing that for hours on end. Now, I know I'm going to get a bunch of fanboy simp, old school RuneScape simps in my comments saying like, well, you're just fucking ruining the game, you're part of the problem, like I don't fucking bot, I've got 14,000 hours all done by hand. Yeah, I'm sure that's the case. I'm sure you're just the golden boy who does no wrong. You're Jesus Christ walking again. I'm sure, 100%, right? Yeah, of course there's going to be people who haven't done it and won't do it. And like when I was a kid, I didn't do it, right? Like, you know, who cares? People don't have to bot. But what I'm saying is when the meta of this game is to, like, you can't even start having fun in this game until you're like combat 90, right? When like all of your combats has to be 90 plus, right? Before you can start botting and making any sort of gold. Like, look at how expensive construction is to level. Like all of the skills that matter in this game require a large pool of money or very high stats. And so when you're incentivized to do that, but the game is literally just clicking the same tile over and over for 500 hours until you can do that, people are just going to automate the process. And stop trying to kid yourself, guys. Everybody is auto-clicking, okay? Go to the Grand Exchange, go to any bank literally in Gielinor, and you're gonna see like 50 people high-alking, right? This is the most brain-dead, mundane task you could possibly do. Like literally, like you go and buy 14,000 battle staffs of air, and you click the same button 14,000 times to make like, I don't know, 2% profit and to get a shit ton of magic XP. Guys, if you think people are actually sitting there doing this, like clicking and watching the game, they're not. Now, this is obviously brain dead. You can watch a movie and just click your mouse, right? You can just pick up the wireless mouse and just kind of hold it in your hand and click it as you walk around the house. I understand that people can do this. You don't need an auto clicker to do it. But what I'm saying is most people are just going to set up an auto clicker, because if you're getting to the point where you just don't even watch the game to play it, why not just bot, right? Like if you think that going out into your kitchen with a wireless mouse and clicking it there is enjoying the game, you might want to just go play a different game, right? If you refuse to bot, but you'll do that, I don't understand where you're like, I don't understand what's driving you to do that other than Jagex says, no, don't do that, right? That's pretty much the only real reason you're not running an auto clicker. And next I want to talk about just like how the game kind of begs to be auto clicked. Like look at high alking, for example, right? You have a 10 by 10 pixel square that you drag your 14,000 battle staffs into, and then you literally just click that, and you'll go to your magic pane, you'll click high alk, and then it'll switch to your backpack, and you click on the same thing, and it switches back and forth for you. Like it's pretty much just begging you to auto click it, right? It's probably the most auto click skill in the game. That's why everybody and their mom has 99 magic, right? Because it's so simple to do. Obviously, once again, it's simple, so you don't have to auto click it. What I'm saying is, most people after about 3 hours are going to be like, there has to be a better way to do this, right? That's the most human thing I could think of is, why am I doing this when the thing that I'm on is a robot that loves doing this? I'm just going to go write a Python script. And if you were to write a Python script, I don't know, you'd probably download some sort of Python library like mouse, and you'd probably have it click the left mouse button, and then it would time.sleep 1 second, and then it would repeat the loop until you press the escape key. I don't know how to do it, guys, but I'm just saying, if you were gonna, that's probably how these guys would do it. All right, guys, and I know that this is the moment you've all been waiting for. If you were to auto-click, what are some good ways to evade being banned? Okay, some of my tips. Auto-click while you're at the computer, okay? I don't recommend auto-clicking and then going to sleep. This is a no-no, okay? These auto-clickers are absolute brain dead. They have there's no AI to them whatsoever. They're just clicking the mouse. There are more advanced auto-clicker programs that can actually like record your mouse movements. So like, you can run agility and it'll just repeat over and over. But when you fall off a roof, what's going to happen? It's going to think you're still on the roof because you're still clicking the same XY. So I recommend being at the computer. That way, when you do fail or when a random event happens, you can kind of see it out of the corner of your eye and click on it, and it adds something that I'd like to call as variance. Suddenly it breaks the pattern of your bot that you've been doing. So like the bot will run for 5 minutes, you'll fall off the roof, and then you'll correct it and then start the bot back up, and then it'll run for 5-10 minutes, and then it'll happen again. And it makes it so your bot isn't doing the same thing over and over for 14 hours, right? Something that they can detect pretty easily is if a character has been standing in the same spot, doing the exact same thing in intervals of 1 second, clicking the same XY coordinate on their screen for 3 hours. That's a pretty telltale sign that you're botting or you have an auto clicker going on. So if you are doing something like high alking, I recommend maybe recording your mouse clicks for 10 minutes. Do 10 full minutes of auto clicking or recording your auto click session, and then playing that back, because now what if they do have, I don't even know if they have a program that does this, because if they did ban every auto clicker, there'd be no players in the game anymore. But if you have a 10-minute session where you're being human that's on record, and then you play that back, that means they're gonna have to watch your character strictly for 10 whole minutes. They're gonna have to gather 10 minutes of data, and then they're gonna have to gather 10 more minutes of data, and then compare the two tables to see where see that there's a pattern starting to form. Obviously, this probably isn't a big deal for them and the software engineers over there, but are they actually going to put that kind of time in to ban something that's so mundane and easily downloadable that like intro to programmers in middle school could write? Like their whole player base would be banned if they were strict about this, guys. We just have to face the fact that this is kind of what RuneScape is now. Like the skills are dead, right? Like all of these skills, you're standing in a spot for 500 hours clicking the same thing. You're picking lobsters, you're picking a tree, you're picking some ore, and they're worthless. They don't sell for anything because the market is just completely inflated because it's so easy to level these skills, because they're so easy to auto-click. So everybody's just going to do that, right? Even if you don't, that's fine. You can stick to your moral superiority, but people are all around you are auto-clicking, and you're gimping yourself, and you're also wasting the only short segment of your life you get on this planet. You're wasting it clicking a 20-year-old web browser game, okay, that ran on Java, okay? Just remember that, guys. Now, you can go and do whatever the hell you want and whatever makes you happy. Like, life's about being happy, so do whatever makes you happy. But guys, yeah, dead skills require brain dead methods to get them done, right? Like, look at mining, guys. Like, mining pisses me off so much. Mining and smithing. Guys, you have to be 97 smithing to make a level 40 rune plate body. Are you fucking kidding me, guys? Like, the rune nodes are so rare and so sparsely spread out. You've got people world hopping to get these rune nodes. Like, dude, just auto-click. This is like, you can't enjoy the game. Like, I remember being a kid thinking, man, I can't wait to get like 98 smithing. I'm gonna make so much money selling rune plate bodies. And then you realize, wow, I can get 1 rune ore per hour if I'm lucky, because they're such a hot commodity and so heavily botted and so heavily, people got timers for world hopping and stuff. Guys, just auto-click, right? You can't, you honestly, you don't want to be a sheep in this game. You're getting taken advantage of if that's what you're doing. Obviously, if you want to have a good time in RuneScape and you don't want a bot, just start PVMing, just start going and bossing and stuff like that. This is actually fun content that you really can't auto-click because it's kind of intense. And that's where the money's to be made, and this is where all the notoriety and all the friendships will be formed anyways. You don't make friends mining. Everybody there's a bot anyways. Everybody's auto-clicking. You know what I mean? It is what it is. I'm sure this is a useless video. I'm sure most of you guys fucking know that already. But if you don't, hopefully I woke some people up and you might go and auto-click. Now, obviously, if you go auto-click and you get banned, don't come back to this video and say, well fuck you, you know, my 2,000 hour account down the toilet thanks to you. Like, look, I already told you, you can be banned. They have the full right to fucking do it. That's totally up to you. You have to weigh the risk to reward in your own, by yourself. I can't tell you if it's worth it for you or not, but to me, it's totally worth it. Like, I'm not gonna sit around and do the boring stuff. Like, I'll play RuneScape and I enjoy RuneScape, but if I ever want to make any progress in it, I'm certainly not going to be the one doing it because it's the most mundane task ever. If you are looking for a RuneScape alternative, that's pretty much an auto-clicked version of it. It's called Melvor Idol. It's on the App Store. Go get that. Melvor Idol. It's essentially RuneScape, and they just made it so it's like a little idle clicker on your phone. You kind of just start wood cutting, and then you shut your phone off and come back 2 hours later, and you've chopped 5,000 logs. You've got XP. It's basically RuneScape without the stuff that we hate about RuneScape. So, anyways, guys, let me know what you think. I'm a very cynical person, and you know what I mean. I try not to be, but I just, come on, guys, come on, right? Surely everybody in the comment section right now is auto-clicking on RuneScape right now, right? Come on, like you've gotta think that at least 70%, right? There's no way. There's just no way. There's no way. Anyways, guys, take care. Like, subscribe, comment, whatever the fuck.